Overclockers, my name is Bryony and I'm here on the Lian Li booth at Computex 2025. Pretty much everything on the entire booth is brand new, so there's loads to take a look at. One of my favorite cases here on the stand is the Dancase B4. I didn't realize, but the B4 actually comes from the size of paper, so this is the same size as a B4 piece of paper. It's kind of a mid-size in the Dan range, so it's got full ATX PSU support, but it is a micro ATX motherboard, and it has a special feature. This black one on the end here actually supports a 360mm radiator. So they've done that by included with the case. You get these little like feet which you strap on the bottom, and then it rotates this into this more tower format, and it means you can actually get a full 360mm radiator in the back here, which I think is incredible for such a small case to be able to fit that much cooling. With like it in this orientation, you can only use an air cooler, but I love this. I think it also looks very aesthetically appealing as well. They said that they might add some mesh on the front. This is just the prototype at the moment. They're obviously showing off their very fancy fans with the little screen. These are available now already, but they might add some mesh on the front here, but I do like how it looks without it. And Dancase, very popular, very innovative. I think Lian Li have done a great job. When it comes to availability, you're looking October 2025, and the price is $100, so very reasonable. Available in silver or black. If you're looking for a more affordable case from Lian Li, they have the Vector lineup. We have the V100 and the V200. These are going to be available later this year. This one's coming first, the V100. I want to focus on the V200 because this one is my personal favorite, because it actually comes with a screen. It's a more affordable case, but you get this 8-inch screen on the bottom there included in the price of the case. No fans are included because you get the screen, but it's nice to see considering it's only $109.99 in either black or white. I think that's a really good price point for a case that has a screen on it, because they can often get up there in price. It also has on the front here, the front AIO is actually touch, which is another surprising thing to see on a more affordable case. You'd think this would be something fancy that they'd save for a more high-end case, but your power button, your LED lighting, and also your fan control is all done with a touch button. And in the top of the case, they've designed it so you can actually hide the radiator, so you get this really sleek design with the 3 fans across the top as your exhaust, and the radiator for your all-in-one cooler can actually be hidden in the top of the case, which I really like. V100 is a smaller and once again more affordable option, available in black or white, either with or without fans. Pretty standard case, but it does have this rather nice PSU shroud and the front AIO on the side. On the end here are my favorite cases from Lian Li, and they are 2 new Lancool cases. This one really stood out to me. This is the Lancool 4, so this is like a new high-end case. It's still an affordable price though. It's $129.99 in either black or white. It's going to be available in October, but you've got 3 panels of glass that wrap all the way around, which looks fantastic. The back side of the case is really clever because you've got like all this space down the bottom here to hide your cables, route your cables. It's also meshed as well, which I imagine might help with airflow. And then you've got this panel at the back here which actually screws on, so even though this is glass, it will hide all your cables behind that, which makes it much easier for cable management. You've got the wraparound glass, and then the main standout feature is these 3 140mm fans installed in the front. These aren't RGB. They might make an RGB version in the future, but I just think that looks really cool. You've got the benefit of having a glass front, aesthetically appealing, but also having the fans with the mesh, which is great for cooling as well. If you want a Lancool case with RGB, we have the Lancool 217 INF. This one has an incredible infinity front panel on the front here. You can see it comes pre-installed with these 2 200mm RGB fans. This mesh actually comes off as well, so it's very easy to clean. The fans are installed in the glass, so you can't change them to different 200mm fans, but they do look great, and I love the RGB aesthetic of this case. It's quite well priced. The white version is $125, the black is $120. It's going to be available in October 2025, and it does have this nice bit of mesh along the bottom here that hides your full-size power supply. You've also got 3 intake fans that can be installed, and then you've got space for a 360mm radiator in the top there as well. Another case in the Lancool range is the Lancool 217. This one has all this wood around the front here. This case is actually available now. It's a really, really nice design. The front panel comes off super easily because it's magnetic. And then the fans themselves are actually toolless, and you can move these up and down and move these different spaces in, which helped to like direct the airflow. So this should be much better at cooling, and you can move the fans up and down depending on where you want it for like the GPU or the CPU. Very good design, all about performance, and I love the wooden aesthetic of this case. Also really quite affordable, black $120, white $125. Fits like an EATX size motherboard, and all like your 360mm radiators, and once again more mesh down the bottom here for improved cooling from the intakes at the bottom. The O1D Mini is a super popular case, and now Lian Li has updated it with a V2 version. You'll see that it is slightly bigger, slightly taller, slightly wider, and that's so it actually fits a full-size ATX PSU and ATX motherboard as well simultaneously. You also have support for a 360mm radiator if you wanted it, and they've made a few nice changes to the design. There's the slanted bottom here, which helps to improve airflow from these bottom intake fans. They're on a little bit of an angle, so hopefully they're not just flat on the desk. You do actually have a little bit more airflow here up through the graphics card. They've also included this new bracket. So you can see this GPU is vertically mounted, which is a very popular way now, but I always feel when you vertically mount a GPU, it's not that well supported. But this bracket it's comes free with the case, and it's quite innovative in helping to support that, which I really like. And you've also got some support for your 24-pin cable as well. There's loads and loads of space in the back for cables. It's obviously not like a dual chamber case, but it almost feels like it because you've got such a big panel at the back there to route your cables. And the two hard drive bays have been designed, they're a bit thicker as well, so you've also got space to route your SATA connectors for your hard drives as well. And overall, a really nice compact case that you can still fit full-size hardware in. Available in black or white, and an absolutely brilliant price, available July 2025. So definitely watch out for that one on Overclockers. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a top seller. Moving on down, another mini case. This one is the Vector V100 Mini. So on the other side, we saw the Vector V100. This is a miniature version of that case. It is about the same size as the O1D Mini V2, except this motherboard, you can only have a micro ATX. This one you can fit a full-size ATX, this one is only micro ATX, but it is a very, very affordable case. You're looking at $59.99 or $64.99 for the white version, or if you want to install your own fans, you can actually get it for under $50, which is absolutely incredible. It's going to be available in Q3 of 2025. If you're looking for a compact PC case that looks great, and has really good hardware support and is an amazing price, I think this is going to be a good option. I love the Lian Li Uni fans, but this style of fan without having all the extra cables can often be quite expensive, but they now brought out the UniCL Wireless, which is essentially like their budget-friendly version. They are wireless, so they do just have like the one connector, which is really clever to power them, and they are available in a 3-pack for just $54.99 in black or white. That is a brilliant price. If you want like loads of RGB lighting, really like fancy lighting effects and lots of customizable like all these different side, the front, the individual fans, everything on these is customizable. These ones are the new SLINF wireless fans. A 3-pack is about like double the price nearly, so it's $105 for these ones. But they do have this rather incredible, I'm going to be super careful picking them up this time. You've got like the infinity mirror on the side, and they are reversible as well. So you can either have like a square effect, or you can have like this, don't know what you'd call that. It's just a different shape anyway with the infinity mirror. They're very pretty, and cleverly, they can actually be completely disconnected. They come with this really clever little device on the end here. So not every pack of fans is going to come with this special wireless hub, but essentially like the first few batches it will come as a free gift, and then they'll include it in random batches after that, which sounds a bit like a lucky dip, basically, whether you're going to get that or not. But it means you can use them completely wirelessly, which I need right now in Taiwan because it's very, very hot here. This is great. I feel like I need to walk down the street using this. That's so cool. Unfortunately, it's not going to be for sure that you'll get this like device in the box, but they've got it here at the show. It looks really cool. Yeah, I don't know what else really to say about that. It's just quite a neat design, and I wish I could take it with me. All of these fans work with the L-Connect 3 software, but they have actually updated it. So let's take a closer look at that. L-Connect 3 has been updated with open RGB support. So this isn't available just yet, but it will be coming very soon. Essentially, that means that when you install like your L3 Connect fans, you download the software for them, you control your case, you can now install like an open RGB module, and it will also control all of your other components as well. So in this particular build, they've got an Asus ROG Strix RTX 4070 and also a Strix motherboard as well. And when you change the lighting effects, it should hopefully all sync up together. Look at that. Amazing. I hate downloading like 4 different pieces of RGB software just so my PC looks the same. So it's really nice that Lian Li are trying to develop their software so you can have more integration with your other components. There's definitely a theme with loads of different screens at this year's Computex, and Lian Li has brought out their own one. It's an 8.5-inch universal screen. It's going to be $84, and it comes with a bracket included, so you can install it in any case. You don't have to install it in a Lian Li case. Apparently, it'll install anywhere that you can install a fan. It's made to work with the fan brackets in your case. They've installed it in the top of this one. I think that looks really nice. Not too much to say about it. It works with the controllable L-Connect 3 software, so you can upload your own image. It has like a little bit of RGB lighting. Just a nice option if you want to customize your case further. Available in August of this year. Moving on down, we have the HydroShift 2 LCD CL. That's a bit of a mouthful of a name. This is a new all-in-one cooler that you don't need software for, which I really like. And it does have RGB, which is controllable. You just twist and it changes the color of the lighting. So twist left to change the lighting, and if you twist right, it changes the display, which is so cool. So if you're someone that really hates RGB software or just software in general, but you still want to be able to customize your all-in-one cooler, this is a really great option. Obviously not ideal once it's installed in your case if you want to change the lighting, because you'd have to remove the side panel to do it. But I really like that, and that click is extremely satisfying. I want to keep playing with it. The cooler itself is going to be $180. It's available in black or white, and this is coming very soon, the end of May this year. So yeah, pretty much now. We're already at the end of May. The cooler itself, obviously 360 millimeters. I'm trying to see if there is a 240 version available. I don't think so. It doesn't say. I'll say there's 360. Maybe there is a 240 version as well. But very nice cooler from Lian Li, and a pretty good price, $180. If you're familiar with the Trix panoramic cooler, this will look very familiar to you, but it actually has a motor in it. So this is the HydroShift 2 LCD curved display from Lian Li. It's going to be $270, available in Q4 of 2025. You can get it in black like they're showing here, or there's also going to be a white version, but it's this panoramic screen, and they've motorized it so it actually rotates back and forth. Obviously no performance benefit to that at all. It is purely about aesthetics, but I really do like that. I think that's quite cool. Very competitively priced as well in that particular market. You can see they've also got it here as well. It's got a really thick radiator and very thick fans, and the fans they're using are actually high performance fans as well, where the fan blades are extremely close to the frame, which is much better for airflow, like air pressure essentially. So not all about aesthetics. The block is about aesthetics, but the actual fans themselves, very high end, really nice high performance fans. So you should get some great cooling from this. That has been my stand tour of Lian Li at Computex 2025. It's been busy. There has been loads of products to show you, so make sure to keep an eye on the Overclockers website, because we'll make sure to get all these live as soon as they're coming out. There's so much exciting stuff from Lian Li. They always do great with innovation, and particularly the cases I really do like. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. Let me know what was your favorite product from Lian Li. It's $54, which I think is great for this style of fan. I just stuck my hand in the fan blade.